Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to Judson County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. This morning, we have three dockets. We have a two dockets. A motion to revoke probation docket and our announcement docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, we'll wait for your attorney to arrive. If you do not have an attorney, then when I call your name, please come up to the bench by yourself. Brandon Dodd. Mr. Dodd, before you come up, you need to pull your pants up. Okay, Mr. Dodd, your full name is Brandon Dodd. How are you doing, Mr. Dodd? I'm doing all right. Mr. Dodd, you have a case on our motion to revoke probation docket. The state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel, and the probation department is represented by Mr. Gary Gilliam. And Mr. Hubel and Mr. Gilliam, what is your recommendation?
In this case, the defendant is only lacking in community service hours, so we would ask that more time be given for him to complete those hours.
Okay, how many hours does he have? Do you know?
50.
How much time would you like the case reset to?
He actually told me today he could do it today, so we just need a 30-day.
30 days?
He's gonna do the food card purchase. So
Oh, okay. Give us a reset date. Let's say April 16th. This case will be reset to April 16th, 2025. Give you an opportunity to complete community service. And if that's done, the case will be dismissed.
yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Dodd, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Garrick LaRae Simmons. Hold on a minute. Your full name is Garrick LaRae Simmons, is that correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Simmons, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine.
And Mr. Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Okay, and Mr. Simmons, you're represented, well, the state is represented in this case by Attorney Kelly Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you?
Okay, now, Mr. Boudreaux, I see that Mr. Simmons has a new case, clause number 25 CCCR 0433 that was filed, and apparently there's a warrant out on that case.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah. No. Okay, now, Mr. Boudreaux will be appointed on that one as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is your announcement?
Judge, I had talked to Mr. Simmons several times, and I had told him that I would have liked for him to come in and bring his the complainant in, and I would have them sign a non-prosecution
Okay.
affidavit. They have been sick,
Okay. What's the complaint?
and
Is it?
she's here.
Oh,
They've
So-
been sick.
okay, let me do this here. Now, the state, you want me to hold on this case?
Your Honor, we can hold in regards to the resisting. There is a procedure that the DA's office follows in terms of the options class that we ask the victim to attend. In regards to the warrant, if you wanted to try to put the resisting on the docket today, we could attempt to dispose of that, but the state's not going to move on the assault.
Okay, that's what you want to do? Okay, well, I'll hold on it.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, just have him
We can
take a
hold the
seat.
case. That way we can try to solve it.
Is that all for me, sir?
Yeah, for right now. Yeah, we're just gonna hold on in case we're gonna get you back later. I don't see another case that you have at this time. Okay.
Okay. Whichever, I know there's a precedent.
Yeah, we run it low.
If you want to enter your warrant today, I'll look at it right now. Yeah, but this one is clear the warrant.
Was that Charlize Jones? Ms. Burbank? Did I pronounce your first name right? Charlize. Okay. How are you doing?
Good.
That's good. You're represented in your case by your attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, how are you doing? And what is your announcement in Charlize Jones case?
Your Honor, I just asked for one reset. I need to sit down and talk to my client, go over a little bit of paperwork with her. The discovery.
Give us a reset date. April 21st. This case will be reset to April 21st. You'll get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Shaniqua Oliphant,
Okay.
Ms. Oliphant, your full name is Shaniqua Oliphant?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Oliphant?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Oliphant, you representing your case by your attorney, Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, what's your announcement in this?
That's replaced on the trial document.
Okay, give us a reset for trial. Okay, this case will be reset to April 28th of 2025 for trial. Ms. Oliphant, you can get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Burbank, these, yeah, only two cases you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day. Austin Shaw,
There's a dismissal on this one, Chad.
Okay. This is cause number 24 CCCR 2692. Cases. 2692, cases style of state of Texas versus Austin. Michael Shaw. Mr. Shaw, is that your full name? Mr. Shaw, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Shaw, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Shaw, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Shaw? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Shaw, you're represented in your case by Attorney Alec Comerford. Attorney Comerford, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Judge. How about you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And state, I have before me a motion to forfeit the weapon and cause number 24 CCCR 2692. Mr. Shaw, I have a motion to forfeit the weapon in this case. Do you recognize this motion?
Sure.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you?
Sure.
And did you understand everything that your attorney went over? Is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Sure.
Mr. Shaw, I'm going to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon in this case to the Port Neches Police Department. That was a motion to dismiss. Shaw, I have before me a motion to dismiss this case. Oops. And I'm signing this motion. Your attorney will be able to get a copy of this motion in about 1 minute. Once you and your attorney get a copy of this motion, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And you have a
Sure.
blessed day as well.
Thank you, Judge.
You welcome. Oh, Trent, put, the second case for Mr. Boudreaux on the docket. Okay. Kelly Petrie? Mr. Smith?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor. My client is you, Your Honor, she's been accepted to the.
You pronounce your last name Petrie?
Petrie.
Petrie, okay. This is cause number 24 CCCR 2836. Case of style, the state of Texas versus Kelly Pamela Petrie. Ms. Petrie, how are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Petrie, you're representing your case by your attorney, Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, Mr. Smith, what is your announcement in Ms. Petrie's case?
Your Honor, we were just notified that the Ms. Petrie was accepted into pretrial diversion.
Okay. When is the sign up date? Do you know?
They haven't given us the,
It's probably gonna be, she's probably not gonna be on this April date, I wouldn't think. Which is set, they usually have the first Thursday in April. Next one after that would be June. So we can reset it to, the second week in June. Okay, what's that date? Okay, this case we reset June 9th, 2025. You're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And Mr. Smith, this is your other case?
that's it. Your
You're free to go as well. You have
Thank
a
you.
blessed day. Okay. Melvin Palmer.
Good, how are you?
This is cause number 24 CCCR 2776, case of style of the state of Texas versus Melvin Palmer. Mr. Palmer, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Palmer? That's good. Mr. Palmer, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Marvel Provo. Attorney Provo, how are you doing? And Ms. Provo, what is your announcement in Mr. Palmer's case?
We would like this case to return on the announcement date.
Okay, reset for announcement.
Yes, ma'am.
Give us a reset date.
April 21st.
Case reset April 21st, 2025. Mr. Palmer, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Ms. Provo, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day. Jordan Spradley. Who's the person? Haley?
She went to the doctor. I'll go get her.
I got, they have, Andrew Hubel. Well, he's on one and she's on one.
Yes, they have two cases, so it could be Andrew, it could be.
Yeah.
Brian, how are you? You, sir. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Court is in session in two cases, cause numbers 25 CCCR 0006 and cause number 24 CCCR 1218. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jordan Jamal Spradley. Mr. Spradley, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Spradley?
Oh, fine.
That's good, Mr. Spradley. You're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Brian Lane. Attorney Brian Lane, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Shane Hilton. Attorney Hilton, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Lane, what is your announcement in Mr. Spradley's case?
Your Honor, I have Mr. Spradley said today, and then I also have another young man named Mr. Dixon. Recently, my father-in-law passed away, leaving his wife who has severe dementia and my wife's sister who is schizophrenic. And between that loss, I haven't been able to get.
So you just need more time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One of his cases is fairly recent.
Yes, it's 64 days old.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see that he has bond conditions in both. Let's see. Okay. Now, one of the, in these cases, it's banking is usually required to wear GPS. Do you have a GPS?
The GPS mom? Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Give us a, okay,
Oh,
okay.
I
I
thought
didn't know, I
you-
didn't actually say, no. Give us a reset date. This is Spradley. We're gonna reset both of them. Keep them on the announcement documents.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so long.
Wednesday's fine.
Okay, these cases, we reset to April 23rd, 2025. You're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And I thank Mr. Lane. Oh, you have another, yeah. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Alex Dixon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Dixon, your full name is Alec Dixon III. How are you doing, Mr. Dixon? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Dixon, you representing your case by your attorney, Brian Lane, and Mr. Lane, you have the same announcement on this case
Yes, sir.
as the previous case?
Yes, thank
Okay, so, we're gonna reset these cases on the same day.
you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna reset it to April 23rd, 2025. You, Mr. Dixon, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. You can stand behind Mr. Spread.
Yes, thank you.
And Mr. Lane, you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll be praying for you and your family.
Thank you.
Working up this process right now.
You are?
We're not ready on it, just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's, the lawyer's not here. Pat, that's on Pat, okay. Arthur Harmon, okay, good morning. This is cause number 24CCCR 2388, case of style, state of Texas versus Arthur Joe Harmon Jr. Mr. Harmon, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr.
How
Harmon?
you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Harmon, you represented any case by your attorney Langston Adams. Attorney Adams, how are you doing?
Hey, thank you, Judge, doing well.
Hey, Mr. Adams, what's your announcement in Mr. Harmon's case?
Yeah, that's a relatively new case I just got with him. Can I just have one final reset, and I think I'll be ready to rock and roll on.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to April 21st, 2025. Mr. Harmon, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
And Judge,
Stand up here.
my last case was DeMarcus Bruno.
Right.
I know it's an MTRP, but when I've been talking to him, here, come on, so.
Okay, Mr. Bruno, for entry number, inform. Okay,
In talking with him, we were under the impression that a new case was coming out, but I don't think it's came out yet, has it?
hold
I
on,
don't know.
a new
You tell
case.
me. I
Oh,
don't know.
hold on, let me look at the MTRP.
I can address it real quick as well, Judge. There was a DWI that was refused in our office. The offense date was 12/2/2023, I believe. However, there is a separate allegation on the MTRP, which he still has not handled.
12/2/2023.
That was the offense date, but it was
Okay.
refused by our office at a later date and time. So that allegation doesn't hold at this time, but there is another allegation in regards to cost and payments that he has not
Oh,
been current on.
okay, so they refused the case.
So
Correct.
the refusal case. So Judge, if it's just on cost and payments, just to dispose of the case, I can move that right now with you, because I mean.
Okay, well, you could just talk to the, I'll give y'all time to give you time to talk to the prosecutor. Huh?
He, on,
Well,
he
you-
didn't have fees, he couldn't pay. That's,
Well,
so if the allegation.
well, I don't think this was set for a hearing. It was just
Oh, well,
an
that's fine.
announcement,
How
wasn't it?
about this then?
It's on the interior.
How about this, Judge? Can you please give, in light of what you just said, because I didn't realize that, thank you for telling me that.
Mhm.
Judge, I was under the impression I was gonna have to deal with a new case today. But since there's not gonna be a new case today, if you wouldn't mind giving me one reset
oh.
and we can talk.
Yeah, y'all probably needed,
Yeah,
And Your Honor, if there's an issue as to payment, the fees can be converted to community service at which he can dispose of it that way.
okay, then let me do this here. Now, I see that, at some point, Mr. Bruno, was in a treatment facility, is that correct? And I think it was like a voluntarily, he went on his own to, address this issue.
correct.
How many days, does he have in jail that we can give credit toward his fine and court costs?
I can pull that.
Does
up
he
right
have
now.
any, we can do that.
You wanna do it today?
So there's also a way, the treatment facility, sometimes credits given community service on that as well.
Oh,
Do you have that paperwork by chance, or does he?
I got the paper. And if that'll dispose of the case today, it'd be on.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, the only thing is fees.
Right.
Since that new PWI is not coming, it's not nothing else.
right.
got a certificate.
Oh, okay.
I got a certificate about the certificate.
Certificate of completion.
Oh, it's
Okay,
Here you go.
okay. Okay. It was
Okay.
intensive residential facility, okay?
I think we're gonna try to dispose of it right now in case we done.
So,
We'll have to keep coming back here.
That
Yeah.
more than,
so this more than satisfy the requirements?
believe so, sir.
Okay, so let's do this here. We convert the fine and court cost to community service,
Mhm.
Confirming those dates, right?
and then we'll use this to confirm the community service has been formed by participating in this program, and that'll be,
That's still ain't,
Right.
case be over.
right,
We just dismissed them.
right,
Mhm.
right, okay.
And
Let's
that's,
make a copy. of-
they gonna dismiss you, you go repeat today. When we're done.
Just confirming jail time real quick.
And that ain't in the case.
Yeah,
So you following, you gonna dismiss your case today and it's over. with.
okay, so just have a seat because he's not, sign the, right,
Perfect. So
Okay.
that one is done. I think that's
Yeah.
all.
Hold
Yeah.
on a second.
so we're just gonna take us, this is gonna take him a few minutes to get that done, okay?
Appreciate you, Judge.
Okay,
Did you get my email?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll be looking today. Also.
okay, he's working on Perazo.
Yeah.
It is. One today.
Given that, well, trainer, the This is cause number 24 CCCR 1480. Case of style the state of Texas versus Alondra Cantu. Ms. Cantu, is that your full name? Ms. Cantu, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Cantu, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Cantu, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Cantu? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Cantu, you're representing your case by your attorney Laura Carrazzo. Attorney Carrazzo, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
And Ms. Simmons, I have before me a motion to dismiss this case, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Vendor pay restitution, okay. Ms. Cantu, I'm signing the dismissal. You'll be able to get a copy of this dismissal from our court coordinator. Once you get a copy of this dismissal, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the court coordinator. And Ms. Carrazzo, I think this is your only case?
Yes, sir.
You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
You want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that one had been assigned to the prosecutor yet.
Mr. Parker, you ready on your case?
Yes, Judge.
Sydney Alexander Shetley. Mr. Shetley, your full name is Sydney Alexander Shetley.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Shetley?
Great, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Shetley. You're representing your case by your attorney, Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
And Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Shetley's case?
Your Honor, we're asking for a reset. It hasn't been assigned to the prosecutor. I've talked to the state a little bit about it, and we're asking for a little time so we can work out something on this case.
Give us a reset date.
Wednesday,
April 30th.
Okay, this case will be reset, which,
I was just curious on the date.
okay. Is that a bad day for you?
yeah, April 30th.
30th?
Okay, this case will be reset to April 30th of 2025. Mr. Shelley, you're gonna get your reset from our coordinator. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And Mr. Parker, you're free to go as well.
I got one more case, Judge.
Oh, Quibido.
Move it on.
Daniel Douglas Quibido. There are two cases, cause number 24 CCCR 1868 and cause number 24 CCCR 2284. Both cases are Styles of State of Texas versus Daniel Douglas Quibido. Quibido, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Quibido?
Pretty good yourself.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Quibido, you represented by your attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Quibido's cases?
We're gonna ask these be placed on a plea docket, Judge. We have an agreement, I believe. I just need a couple things we need to take care of.
You want it on that same
That's
date?
fine.
Okay, that's April 30th? Okay, this,
Oh, no, that's what I'm gonna say, so, we have to do it on 20th.
That's fine.
That's for trial.
No,
No.
no,
just regular
this is on the same
Oh, we can do it.
announcement,
yeah, that's fine.
yeah, it'll be April 30th. It's the same date. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be April 30th
Okay.
of 2025. Mr. Quibido, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. Mr. Parker, once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
I'll send it to you.
Did we do anything with Mr.? Oh, they still working on his. Yeah, I know, yeah, who's the prosecutor on that? Let's see, let me see. Let's see, you need to fill out that form too. That, Mr. Mason, you need to, I guess it's already, is it on the computer? Do we have a paper copy of that form that, trial certification, definitive right of appeal? Because normally, on a sentencing day, you all have to fill that out. Trial certification, definitive right of appeal.
Look at this, everything is labeled, look at the white label. And she'll tell you what it says.
It's up there? You sure? Because it's normally on the tablet.
You can see trial certifications point right here.
They have any?
If it's the middle one, there's nothing in the middle today.
Um,
And so you said they don't have none in the slots.
No, Judge, there's none of this, the middle slot is empty.
Oh, it's that cheater. You got one? Oh, yeah, she can get it off one of those forms. Yeah. We need to make some copies too. And Mr., did you have that,
It's
where it
ready,
was,
Judge. I
where it
will
was
send-
converted? Okay. Okay, this is cause number M 330-940, case of South State of Texas versus DeMarcus Dwayne Bruno. And we have Mr. Bruno who's present. Mr. Bruno, would you please raise your right hand? Swear firm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Mr. Bruno, you may put your hand out. Now, Mr. Bruno, you are represented by your attorney Langston Adams, who was here earlier. And an agreement had been worked out. I have before me an order amending terms and condition of community supervision. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Before you signed this document, did you read the document? You understand what you read? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, now, Mr. Bruno. We're paying $440 $4,000 fees. The defendant will perform 36 hours of community service restitution. At 36 hours of community service restitution was satisfied through the action recovery program, into action recovery program that you participated in, so you no longer have to do any community service. And so therefore it satisfied defined costs and fees. Now, see here, you said the defendant will be required to pay 700 in supervision.
Which is satisfied through the
Jail
7 days
time.
of community service, or
And
Okay.
7 days credit, Your Honor.
after the 440 was converted, it left a balance of 700, which was the 7 days of.
Okay, so you're saying that jail time credit went toward all of the remaining fees?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the state is, I have before me a motion to dismiss the motion to revoke probation. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm dismissing the motion to revoke probation. And so at this time, he's no longer on probation, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Bruno, I just signed your motion to dismiss your motion to revoke probation, so that you're no longer on probation. Congratulations, and I'd like to commend you for taking the initiative to address your substance abuse issue. I can assure you, and I usually tell people this, the road to recovery is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so if you know the difference between a sprint and a marathon, you know sprint is a short race, a marathon is a long race. And so on the road to recovery, this marathon, you may get tired along the way. But there are people that you can lean on for support, people in this into recovery program. I'm sure you have some counselors and connections there. You have family members who had probably been urging you to address your substance abuse issue. So there are people that you can lean on for support. And so you just have to take it one day at a time, okay? And it's a lifelong journey, but you can do it, okay? And so it's kind of like lifting weights, okay? I don't know if you ever was involved in any type of athletics or anything like that. And you notice that if you ever lift weights, you know, when you first start, it's usually kind of hard, and then you get sore along the way. But as you continue to lift, as the days go by, it doesn't get easier, but you get stronger. And so, and it feels like it's easy because you're stronger. And so every day that you go along being sober, you're gonna get stronger and stronger along the way. Okay, so just continue to stay on the program, stick with it. Like I tell people this all the time, hang on, don't hang up. All right? So you're gonna get your dismissal. Once you get your dismissal, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. All right. Mr. Reynolds, you ready on Tawana Toran?
We're ready.
Jefferson County Court, Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in 2 cases, cause numbers 24 CCCR 2838 and cause number 24 CCCR 2841. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Tawana Nicole Toran. Ms. Toran, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Toran, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Toran, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Toran, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Toran?
All right.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Toran, you represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds, how are you doing?
Doing well, just thank you.
And Mr. Reynolds, do you waive a record in Ms. Toran's case?
So wait.
Ms. Toran, I have before me in cause number 24 CCCR 2838 a document on my computer that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Tawana Nicole Toran, on or about October 10th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest, search, or transportation. Ms. Toran, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Okay.
To this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Toran, I also have before me on a tablet a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, TNT, on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line
Yes,
that's
sir.
titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
I also have a document on paper that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Ms. Toran, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Toran, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State offer states 1.
Any objections?
No objection, state.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Reynolds, you've advised and counseled Ms. Toran, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge.
Ms. Toran, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Ms. Toran, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 180 days probated over 1 year, $500 fine, 40 hours community service and court costs, and we will be dismissing the companion case.
Okay. What is her court cost? $277. And what's the attorney's fees? Okay. Okay. Ms. Torre, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in jail, but you would not be required to serve any time in jail because you will be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15, and you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court upon attorney's fees of $425. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $192 a month. Will you be able to pay the $192 each month?
No, sir.
Okay, may I see her affidavit of indigence? Okay, Ms. Torrance, I'm handing your attorney a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. He's gonna hand this document to you for you to review. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Torrance, Is everything on that document still true and correct today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I see that document. Okay, Ms. Torran, the court is going to find that you are indigent. And based on the finding of indigency, the fine and court costs of the fine of $500 and the court costs of $277 will be converted to community service to 62 hours of community service pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The attorney's fees, $425, will be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 D-11 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The reimbursement fee of $15 will be waived pursuant to Article 102.018 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. The probation fee of $60 a month will be reduced to the statutory minimum, $25 a month. And you will be required to pay your analysis fee of $15 a month. So your total monthly installments, instead of being $192 a month, is $44 a month. Will you be able to pay the $44 each month?
Not really.
You can't? Okay. Let's do this here. Where is the statute on that?
Your Honor, I can look into the jail time and see if there's anything that we can also accredit to this one to lower the cost.
Okay, I just found what I needed, what I'm looking for. The, oh, you got jail time credit too?
I can look to see.
Okay. Well, that will go, that
if
will
we
go
can
toward.
credit that.
Yeah, but what I'm gonna do, the court can waive and reduce the fee if to spend a monthly payment of if the judge determines.
I'm pulling it up now.
So she went in and
Probably
denied
not.
how we got the next one.
That would be 2 days, but I'm gonna double check just in
Okay.
case, and it'll be 2 days.
So, what the court is going to do pursuant to Article 42.8.652, the probation fees in this case will be waived. Because the court finds that it will cause the defendant a significant financial hardship. Okay? So we're gonna waive the probation fees pursuant to Article 42.8.652. Okay? So let me do that. So we'll waive that. We only look at,
And it does just show 1 day, Your Honor. It shows she was booked in 1 day and booked out this, or booked in 1 day and booked out the exact same. So there is 1 day to credit $100 for fine.
so you're gonna do that? Let's see. So that's gonna reduce the number of community service hours. So let's do 1 day credit. Credit, which is $100. Okay, so that's 677. That'll be 54 hours of community service. Well, the fine, Well, the fine is $500, but court costs are $277, but you have 1 day credit. So that's reduced to $677 fine and court costs. And that comes out to 54 hours. 54 hours of community service. Okay, now, as it relates to the. Let's see. I guess we're gonna have to make a finding that, the probation fee in this case, is gonna be waived pursuant to Article 42A.652. And so therefore, it's 180 divided by, that'd be 15, no, it'll be like 14,000 or something like that. Divided by, I think that's, 16,000 a month. Okay. Okay, so now you will also be required to perform 40 hours of community service, which is in addition to the 54 hours of community service, which comes to a total of 94 hours of community service. You are receiving 1 day credit. And you will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and condition of this probation. Okay. Now, Ms. Torrey, the state will also be dismissing the companion case. Clause number 24 CCCR 2841. Ms. Torrey, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Toran, I'll follow if people are in agreement with the court's findings. In this case, or in these cases, or in this case. And you're gonna take a seat, they have to redo the paperwork, and once the paperwork is reworked, then they're gonna call you up before their window, you go before the window in your case. Will be taking care of you, follow directions, the bailiff, once you follow directions, the bailiff, you're free to go on your blessed day. And Mr. Reynolds, I think this is your only two cases, you're free to go as well on your blessed day. If you need to know. I got it. Okay. Okay, okay, we have Mr. Paget. Dwayne Francis. Good morning, Mr. Francis. How are you doing? That's good. Now, Mr. Francis, we're here in cause number 23 CCCR 0684. And Mr. Francis, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney James Paget, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
Doing well. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And Mr. Huber, I have before me a motion to dismiss Mr. Francis' motion to revoke probation. Is that correct?
That's correct. The defendant has completed all administrative conditions of probation. The only thing that we have left is an allegation or the pending felonies, and those will stand on their own merits.
Okay. Now, Mr. Francis, I have before me a motion to dismiss the motion to revoke your probation. I'm going to sign this motion while I'm signing. as we speak. You'll be able to get a copy of this motion in order in a few minutes. I've just signed it. You can stand in front of the court coordinator. She give you a copy. And Mr. Francis, now, is his probationary time, has that expired?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, Your Honor.
you're no longer on probation. So congratulations, you completed your probationary period. You're gonna get your order, copy of the order, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, you too.
And you're free to go as well, Mr. Patton, you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Dismiss.
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you, sir.
Did we ever get Mr. Poole?
There's no attorney.
Okay.
There has to be that we have one that doesn't have it.
Right. Right. I know. You got attorney fees, it's gonna be this, they on their own, so it's $350. It just one, yeah, because he only pleaded one case today. Yeah, it's not, they're not together. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Paul Edward Alpo. Okay, Mr. Alpo. Your case was reset. Well, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm okay, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Alpo, we in cause number 2466CR2860. Your case is reset to give you an opportunity to hire your attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
I was hoping for a little more time to finish getting the retainer fee.
Okay, how much time do you need?
I just started working again last week, so
Okay, we're gonna reset it 60 days.
okay, that's fine.
Okay. Give him a 60-day reset.
Thanks.
Okay, she's gonna give you a 60-day reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay.
Did we ever get Mr.
I did send a plea for Mr. Drews.
Oh, you still working on it?
I was taking on.
That was for Alpo. Okay. Alpo, let's see. It's playing on 433.
Yes.
Okay. It's Garrett LaRae Simmons. This is cause number 23CCCR 0433. Case is filed with State of Texas versus Garrett LaRae Simmons. Mr. Simmons, is that your full name?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons, would you please raise your right hand? Simmons, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Simmons, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Simmons? You okay? That's good. Now, Mr. Simmons, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Don Boudreaux. Attorney Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
And Mr. Boudreaux, do you waive a record in Mr. Simmons' case?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simmons, I have before me a document on my computer that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Garrett LeRae Simmons, on or about December 26th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest, search, or transportation. Mr. Simmons, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
To this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest? Or you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Simmons, I also have before me a document on my computer that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials on the line next to the box that is checked, no contention. Do you recognize, well, are these your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification, defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea barring case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Mr. Simmons, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simmons, are you a citizen of the United States?
State over states one.
Any objections?
No, sir.
No objections to State's Exhibit number 1. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Boudreaux, you've advised and counseled Mr. Simmons. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Mr. Simmons, your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simmons, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea barring agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 90 days probated over 1 year, $300 fine, 24 hours community service, and court costs.
What's the court cost? Okay, Mr. Simmons,
Yes, sir.
the state is offering that you serve 90 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. And you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court Appointed Attorney's fees of $350. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month, is $167 a month. Will you be able to pay the $167 each month?
Yes, sir.
You will also be required to perform 24 hours of community service and adhere to the standard terms and conditions of probation. Mr. Simmons, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
You think the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Simmons, I'll follow the people are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Simmons, this will conclude your case. Stand in front of the court coordinator and follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And then we're going to reset the second case, 24CCCR 2390. We'll keep it on the announcement docket. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, can we have a little bit of an extended reset past the 30 days just to ensure she
Okay.
makes it to that?
Give us a
options
reset
class?
date. How long?
The options class is the first Thursday of every month, but I still have to meet with her prior and can we do mid-April just to ensure?
Okay.
You say mid-April?
Yes, ma'am.
She reset them 30, she's reset to April 21st.
Oh, that's perfect then.
Hmm?
That
You
should give her
reset
plenty
as
of time.
April 21st is,
All right.
April
Good.
21st will be fine because we should have the options class held by that date.
okay, April 21st. Okay, Mr. Boudreaux, that's your pay claim. You'll be, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Do I fill it out now?
You can if you want to.
For both of them?
No, just for one case, just for the one case.
Okay.
Yes, she
And
said
then-
she already wrote the case number on it. Your other case is being reset. She's gonna give you a reset
Yeah.
for April 21st of 2025. Okay?
Now, will he need to be
Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. Well, it's back in session. The court is in session. And calls number M323227. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Samuel Hayden Falk. Mr. Falk is present in court with his attorney, Attorney John Macy. State is present with Assistant District Attorney, Attorney Andrew Hubel. State, are you ready?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready?
This is ready, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, the court is in session on a case for sentencing. This is a case that was tried in October of 2024. Mr. Falk was tried and he was found guilty by a jury October 31st of 2024. Case was previously reset for sentencing December 2nd of 2024. But because of some medical issues, the case had to be reset, and it's reset until this day. And okay, so the case is set for sentencing. State, would you like to go forward? Do you have any witnesses, or do you just have an argument?
State is not calling witnesses, Your Honor. The state would ask that evidence admitted at trial for the purpose of guilt, innocence, also be admitted for the purpose of punishment.
Okay. And Mr. Macy, do you have any evidence that you would like to present?
I do, Your Honor. However, I would request that the sentencing be
Oh, well,
the
it's-
proper word is sealed.
Well, let's do this here now. If you have testimony that, well, first of all trials and proceedings pursuant to Article 1.24 shall be public. However, pursuant to the case of Lilly versus State 365, Southwest 3rd 321, the right to a public trial is not absolute and may be outweighed by other competing interests, such as the interest in security, to ensure that the defendant receives a fair trial and to prevent the disclosure of non-public information. Now, are you requesting that this hearing be closed to present the disclosure of non-public information?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now the court finds that the request is no broader than necessary to protect the interests of Mr. Falk. The court has considered other reasonable alternatives, and the court make these findings, and these findings are adequate for the closure of this hearing. And so at this time, this portion of this hearing will be closed to the public.